Good day to one and all. This is Dr. Sivaraman of iknowindices.com. Hope you are able to hear me. Good morning to one and all. This is Asian Session Live Market Analysis for the new year on January 4th, 2010 between 5 and 5:30 GMT. So I take this opportunity to wish you all very happy and profitable new year 2010. So it is a simple market tracking technique using the live market code page. So let me give the link for the live market code. You can open it in a browser. So the market code will look like this. Hope you are able to see the live market code page. So in this is review where exactly the currencies stand for the new year. Euro is currently around 42.87 to 42.89, but there is an error in the net change. So just ignore that error because it has failed to fix the year-end close on Thursday. So because of that, the net change is 0-0 with a nominal up and down move. But actually you can see it in the platform or in other live market code page. There you will come across the net change. And from tomorrow onwards, this net change should be fixed, I think. Then GBP has dropped significantly, 1.608387 or the bid and the ask. 1.6074 is the low, 1.6184 is the high. So from the high it has dropped drastically when compared to that of euro, and they are all holding in the middle level now. Yen is around 92.72, 92.75, and we have seen on Thursday a psychological level of 93 has been breached on the new year, the last year close, and currently it is trading below that particular level. So 93.07 is the high, 92.71 is the low, but a nominal swing of about 25 to 30 pips is being seen. And in the case of CHF, 1.0372 is the current level, and 1.0329 is the low, 1.0395 is the high, and CHF is closer to that of the high. Then in the case of Canadian dollar, there is a significant drop, and it closed around 1.0511 area, but currently it is trading 1.046569, and 1.0453 is the low, 1.0521 is the high. So there is a drop about 30-40 pips. And in the case of Australian dollar, again 89.66 is the current level, 89.40, 0.8940 is the low, 0.8996 is the high. So let me just show the live market code page of FX Street. There you will be able to see the net change, and there again the year-end closing is not being properly taken into consideration. Because of that, the net change is very low. So you see euro has got a net change of 13 pips. Hope you are able to see this particular window. And yen has got a net change of 21 pips positive. GBP has got a net change of 19 pips or 22 pips negative, but that is wrong. Actually it has fallen from that of 61.83. And CHF again. So everywhere you find there is a problem with regard to that of the year-end closing level. Because of that, the software is showing the net change in a different condition. Probably it should be set right by European session or US session in all the code pages. Let me come back to that of the, I'll fix the camera over that of the live market code page again. So in all the 6 pairs, you find that USD gaining move is seen, and in all the 5 pairs. And in the case of Canadian dollar, you come across USD losing move. So you understand that they intend to make a contrarian move. Because of this contrarian move, you find that initially Euro GBP has gained about 30 pips, and it is trading around 88.80, and the high is 88.85. And many were asking about the Euro GBP, where exactly it will be closing for year end. So now we can understand they reached the level of 88, and probably they may show 89 area and subsequently make the further drop in the case of Euro GBP. So for that, they could rise significantly GBP holding Euro. Then in the case of yen crosses, you find that they are making uh, currently euro yen is around 132.51, 132.40 is the low, and 133.33 is the high. Similarly, in the case of GBP, 149.11 is the low, 150.40 is the high. So you can understand that they are trading near that of the low because of the drop in the case of euro and GBP and also in the case of USD yen. So when they make such moves, contrarian moves, obviously you will come across the crosses will be affected drastically. So you will find the net change of both the currencies, euro and yen, will be seen in the case of euro yen. GBP and yen will be seen in the case of GBP yen. So that is how they will make the moves. So they are expected to make further drop in the case of euro yen and GBP yen and subsequently make the rise from that of the late European session. So let me come to that of the PowerPoint presentation again and display the forecast for today, and I also briefly explain about what could be expected in this particular year. So in the simple live market code page, we have seen the high, low, and also the net change in the respective currency compared with that of the previous day close. And with the help of these things, you should be able to identify what could be the possible intentions of the players. So as I explained that they are making contrarian moves. So they will be handling the crosses to start with, and subsequently they will come to that of the majors. That is what we are able to identify. Now coming to that of the expected market moves or the forecast for today, Japanese session swing and slide moves are expected. European session a quick firming up move, then higher level swings till mid-European session, and then slide towards close of European session. Then we are expecting a quick drop during that of the US session and cutting the low and subsequently a firming up move towards close of that session, US session, or the expected moves. So it is the first week of the year. The market is expected to make year beginning volatile moves. So year beginning volatile moves will be up and down, quick up and down moves. So you will not be able to identify whether they are going to make really USD gaining moves or the USD losing move, but they will be alternating with each other. That sort of volatile moves will be seen. They are all good for swing trades and not ideal for position trading. So if you have got either a sell or a buy position, and whenever a profit is seen, try to book the profit or realize the profit, and subsequently you take a sell near that of the high or a buy near that of the low when the high and the low are not cut for 30 minutes of your observation time in case you start trading from the middle of the day, or in case you start from the start of the session, then you can try to take a sell position near that of the high or a buy position near that of the low when they are not breached during the start of the session. So that way you will be able to definitely participate in the market swing and try to capture some profit. So I'll be giving more info with regard to the market reading in the blog, and you can go through the blog and understand what could be the expected moves, and I will try to give frequent updates of the market reading besides the forecast so that it will be really beneficial for you to take trading decisions. With regard to the high and the lows set for today, Euro has formed the low which was during start of the Japanese session. 1.4258 is the low, 1.4336 is the high. Then in the case of GBP, 1.6074 is the initial low and 1.6184 is the initial high. You can find that the low has not been breached in the case of Euro and GBP. They are holding near that of the low, and they are expected to make a firming up move from around 7:30 GMT. Then probably you can do a small buy and sell trade. Then subsequently turn short after the rise and then close it towards close of the European session, or book profit towards close of the European session. Then what is expected in this particular week? So in this particular week, Euro and GBP are expected to swing and slide till tomorrow US session, and subsequently you will see from 6th onwards a lower level consolidation and rise. Probably I already given in the blog that they could revisit the lows set during last week in the case of Euro and GBP. So when such lows are shown, try to take buy positions and don't think that the market will be very, very bearish, and they will make initial false move for the year beginning and subsequently make USD weakening moves. So on Friday for the non-farm payroll, they are expected to make a very significant rise in the case of Euro and GBP. So I am giving it to you in much in advance. Probably I'll do the update and also give the Asian session webinars on daily basis. During that time, I'll explain from time to time how exactly they wanted to take up the market. In the case of CHF, USD CHF, 1.0329 is the low, 1.0392 is the high. So you find that a very good spread has been formed during the start of the day or during the start of the Japanese session. So which indicates that they are making volatile moves in the market in order to attract fresh positions or fresh orders from that of the traders. And in the case of USD-Yen, 92.1 is the low, 93.07 is the high, and they are making a subdued move in the case of USD-Yen. But USD-Yen is expected to breach the low and go below, and in order to set the USD weakening trend, and subsequently it will lose, and you will come across in the case of USD-Yen the USD gaining moves in coming days. So whenever there is a quick drop, when it comes to about 92 or 91.50, try to take buy positions in them. Probably you will be able to book significant profit. As you would have noticed that they intend to make one-sided moves in the case of Yen and Yen crosses, and you need to identify the type of trend and try to take positions accordingly. And these denominator currencies are known for making the one-sided moves, especially USD-Yen. So trade with this concept in mind. In the case of Australian dollar, 0.8940 is the low, 0.8996 is the high, and currently market is trading around the high 0.897073 or the market levels, and Australian dollar is expected to make a quick drop and then make a recovery move again. So probably 0.88 level should be sustained, and there you can initiate the buy positions. In the case of USD CAD, you come across the drop similar to that of the drop in the case of Australian dollar. So which shows that Canadian dollar is making the USD strengthening move, Australian dollar is making USD weakening move. So which indicate that they are making contrarian moves in order to make good spread in the case of the crosses. So 1.0453 is the low in the case of Canadian dollar, USD CAD, and the high is 1.0521, and they are expected to make initially a downward sharpen and then subsequently an upward sharpen in the case of Canadian dollar. And if you notice, in the case of Canadian dollar, they will make very quick up and down, and because of it is being less volume currency. So whenever they are making a downward breach, then you can try to take a buy and try to book profit whenever they are making the breach above that of the high. This is how, depending upon the currency pair, you should be able to develop your trading style or trading concepts and accordingly trade. Don't expect the same or similar type of volatility in all the currencies, then you may come across surprises. So in the new year, what are the resolutions one can take so that you will be able to make your trades more successful and profitable? So the best thing is, or the most important thing is, control your emotions. So how to control your emotions? Everybody can say that control your emotions, but how to control it? The first thing is you have to understand the logistics or the biology behind the emotions. Basically, the ductless glands secrete the hormones which are mixed with that of the blood as such, which triggers all the muscular activities. Then you become more emotional. So that is because of the neurohormonal control system. So in order to control your emotions, the first thing is you have to dilute your blood. For that, drink enough water. So when you drink enough water, obviously the endocrine secretions will get diluted, which may not have much impact on your emotional expressions. And that will avoid you shouting at your computer or shouting at somebody or yelling at your trading platform, etc. Then second important thing is with regard to the emotional control, divert your mind. When you are watching the live market code page or watching the chart and things like that, always try to make a relative comparison. So when you are looking into the chart, also look into the live market code page and see, okay, there is only about 20-30 pips move, but in the candlestick you find a bigger candle formation, so which is not a very big move. So try to relate it by making relative study rather than sticking on to the charts alone, which may trigger your emotions. Then the third important thing is divert your mind. So diverting your mind, instead of looking into the live market code page all the time or the chart all the time, you try to do some other work, distract your mind and come back again and look into that. But when you want to listen to music or when you want to attend your household work or your official work, don't think about the market all the time. Probably your official work may not be you may not be able to focus on your official work. Try to focus on the official work or any work in which you are engaged and then come back and look into the market fresh. Then you will find market will not run away. So you can just come and relook at the market. Then you will be able to find that your emotion is not being triggered that much. So you need to focus on the emotional control exercise. And the fourth important thing is meditation. Probably close your eyes and keep yourself calm and don't think about the market or don't think about anything and just focus your mind to have a peace of mind. Then you will be able to find that once you look into the market again, the market will not look like a very big surprise. So these are all the measures by which there are other measures also. These are all the measures by which you can control your emotions and also see that or view the market that market has to make up and down moves and probably they may use different type of triggers like data release or the rumors or the statements released by the financial experts, etc. And understand that they are all short-lived. So when a data release which creates a USD negative sentiment doesn't mean that permanently it is going to create a USD negative sentiment. And it might be for the session or for the day. And the next day you will come across the next data will gain prime importance, obviously, which will bring in change in the market. So avoid keeping the sentiment. So don't look into the market with a bearish outlook or a bullish outlook. So instead, you just say that they or view it with the concept that market is tradable and it will make up and down moves. Whenever there is a quick drop, I'll buy. Whenever there is a quick rise, I will sell. Probably I'll use various type of tools to find the support and the resistance and accordingly make my trading decisions. So I want to become nervous when I am looking into the market. So these are all the approaches you can probably think of, and you might be having your own innovative methods of controlling your emotions, and then you'll be able to perceive the market with the right sense. So let me minimize the PowerPoint presentation and keep the camera over that of the live market code page. Then take up the questions which are asked here. I will try to answer to those questions. So thanks for all the New Year wishes. I once again take this opportunity to wish everyone a very happy and profitable New Year. Then Anand has got a question. What are the levels to look for USD CAD and GBP this week? Okay, USD CAD, it can come to that level of 1.04 or 1.0387 and subsequently make the rise to about 1.0650 and things like that. That should be the spread. In the case of GBP, there will be more volatile moves in this particular week in order to trigger the market. So probably they may revisit 1.59 or 1.58 briefly intraday and then again recover the market. And last week, you would have noticed that GBP dropped and subsequently made the rise to 1.62, and that sort of 400 pip spread moves could be seen in this particular week. Okay. How do you see, Eric has got a question, how do you see gold? As I explained in the previous webinar, that gold is currently trading around below that of 1,100 level, and probably it may just make an upward stop and above that of 1,100 level, briefly about $3-4, and then subsequently show 1076 or 1073 area today. How high GBP may rise today? Today's high is possible. Yes, they can revisit today's high during early European session, then subsequently make the drop. Okay, JD, you said earlier that there will be 2 weeks of drop for year end, but why are you now expecting drop for the first half of the week now? Okay, so I have given a general outlook. That is a broader perspective. For 2 weeks, the market will be making a downward open. So it doesn't mean that every day it will be dropping. So it indicates very clearly, and you have to make an understanding that they will make a lower level consolidation with a downward stop. So in order to accumulate more buy positions, the players will make lower level consolidation and try to accumulate buy positions. So it is not a continuous drop or a continuous rise, but they will rise for a day and then again drop the next day. This sort of moves they will make, so that anybody who is trying to do buy and sell trade will be discouraged or will be induced to book profit quickly, aiming about 50 to 100 pips, not more than that. And subsequently they will make a very big rise, but the buyers may not be participating in it. This is the normal strategy of the players, so that anybody who is on the right trade, they will become nervous and try to book profit in a very quick way, and subsequently see that the market has moved in their favor and they just out of panicness booked profit. Next time when they start holding the positions for a longer time, then they will show very big loss. So this is how the market is trying to create sentiment and act against the traders. But now it will appear that sell and buy trade will be worthwhile in the case of Euro and GBP, but try to avoid doing such trade. In case if you are doing such trades, try to keep stop at entry and try to book profit during such drop. And similarly, don't try to buy during the rise or sell during the drop. That is the wrong strategy, and invariably the players induce you to do that and try to avoid it. Whenever somebody is inducing it, try to understand the motive behind it. Why they are inducing me to sell like this during the drop? If you question, then you will be able to understand, and you will not become victim for their act. What is your view for Euro and GBP for today and this week? I explained that Euro and GBP are expected to make volatile moves, but predominantly a slide. But don't try to sell at every level. Whenever there is a quick rise and whenever there is a quick upward stop, and try to sell and try to book profit during the downward move. And you can do buy and sell trade also. I'm not discouraging it, but only thing is, whenever there is a quick drop, you try to buy, not when it is making consolidation currently. Okay. What is your opinion, and when can we see their drop? So, you know that when they are making a contrarian move, dropping Euro and GBP, they could also drop USD Yen. and anticipate that when USD-Yen is not making USD gaining more, when Euro and GBP are dropping, understand that they wanted to drop USD-Yen and give a double edge effect on that of the Yen crosses and other Yen crosses associated with the commodity pairs like Australian dollar Yen. Okay, Eric. They will handle the crosses at the beginning of the European session and then handle majors. Yes. Because they will always focus on the crosses to start with and the commodity pairs and subsequently come to that of the majors. You know that sequential trend reversals, they are in the form of commodity pairs, then Yen crosses, then the majors and the European crosses. That is how they handle the currencies with regard to the trend reversal moves. Now this is yearly trend reversal time, so anticipate such moves in sequential order. I will show the forecast slide. Are we expecting to see Thursday high of GBP USD today? No, not today. So as far as GBP USD is concerned, they may probably go nearer to that of 1.6184, the high. And by this week end, we will definitely see a very big rise above that of Thursday high. But not immediately. They are expected to drop today and tomorrow. Keep it in mind. What exactly is the net and the percentage change in quote page? Okay, percentage change is in terms of percentage, and you just ignore it. Percentage change is not very important because you need the actual pip change. That is net change. Net is actually the pip change from that of the previous day close. In this case, it is the 31st of December close or last Thursday close. But actually there is an error which is not, the quote page is not showing exactly the net changes. So you can probably refer to your platform and other live market quote page, understand the net changes. But subsequently, you can focus on the net changes from tomorrow and the platform will set it all right. This net change will indicate that how far the market has moved from that of the previous day close. And there is a limitation with regard to the net change. They can drop or rise euro about 150 pips and GBP about 250 pips, 200 pips in the case of the denominator currencies, and Australian dollar about 100 to 150 pips. So that sort of moves will be seen. So whenever the limitation is reached, probably you can take the highest level a sell position or the lowest level a buy position. And definitely you should be able to book profit on the next day, not on the same day. Okay, can other live market quote pages can be used? That is the one in FX Trade. Yes, you can use it. And try to make a comparison with that of Saxo Bank quote page and accordingly take your decisions. And but always see that it is given in terms of GMT time and the net change is not altered for each session or it is not set for US time. That might become a misguidance because some of the platforms they set it to that of the US time. When the US session starts, then obviously it becomes 00 and that it is wrong because market is following or the players are following 24 hours market. And in this 24 hours market, the market starts by early Japanese session and close by late US session. So that is a 24 hours cycle and the GMT time frame is the best thing to be used in order to track this forex market. Okay, Abel. $25 drop in gold today. Yeah, why not? Gold has started making big moves nowadays because the thin volume conditions, and in NYMEX also you find the volume is less, so obviously they are making big moves and hitting the stops and earning money from there, and they know very well the traders are not in a hurry to buy now. Those who had taken the sell position, they had done the short covering and they are looking for the market to correct in order to initiate their trades. Okay, alcohol dilute blood, I am not very sure about it because probably it is a sedative. So it may not be able to give you the trigger to focus on the market. In fact, it might trigger your emotions. Your view on New Zealand dollar? New Zealand dollar is expected to move in tandem along with that of Australian dollar. There might be slight minor variations in order to handle AUD New Zealand dollar cross, but New Zealand dollar is bound to make tandem moves with that of Australian dollar. Keep it in mind. Okay, when you say try to take buy when quick drop, what size of drop do you mean? A drop of about 50 to 100 pips. Or the net permissible level. Okay. Yen crosses commodities majors, then European crosses. In that, no. First of all, yen crosses. Then, no. First of all, the commodity pairs, they will make the initial moves, setting the trend, followed by yen crosses. Then the majors will show the either USD weakening or USD weakening move. And finally, European crosses. That is how the order is. This is the question asked by Balance. Then on how about the trend of Australian dollar for today and this week? Australian dollar is expected to drop to, we revisit the area of 0.88 and subsequently make the rise to 0.90 area. Then commodity pairs, yen crosses majors. Okay. What could be the low for Euro GBP this week? Yeah, I said that there is a great potential for Euro and GBP to revisit last week low. Last week Euro had moved on the late Japanese session. Do you expect that to happen this week? So it is not that the same Japanese session or the European session they have to make the move. Anytime, whenever the volume builds up, the long positions are built up, they will try to make one go of downward move and hit all the stops and hold it near the low, and when the traders try to buy and make another downward stop, that's all. Then traders will be afraid of taking buy position. They will think that it is a falling knife, so let us not take any buy. Yeah, wait for the market to make some moves or wait for the charts to give clear indications. By the time the market would have moved. That's all. So hence I always say that whenever they form the new low, and if the new low has not been cut for more than 30 minutes, you can try to take a buy, or when the net permissible net change has been reached for the day. And when they reach the net permissible level in a hurry during the early European session or the mid-European session, you can understand in the US session they wanted to reverse. Can you repeat what you said now? I don't know what you asked for. If they drop Euro and GBP, but USD Yen does not go up, what does it mean? Okay, it is a contrarian move. And they drop Euro and GBP holding USD Yen and subsequently make one drop in USD Yen and then rise Euro and GBP. Thereby, you will come across double hedge effect in the case of Yen crosses. Say, for example, Euro has dropped about 100 pips and Yen has dropped about 200 pips. Then Euro Yen will drop about 200 pips. That is how the relationship is. Okay, then Japanese Yen could reach about, what is it? It's gold, it can reach 1104, 1105. Yes, there is a potential during the early European session. I don't drink alcohol, sir. I'm a teetotaler. Okay, then Arun Kandial, do you expect GBP to cut the low in Japanese session and then rise? GBP could go closer to the low and then rise. Probably late European session they could cut because they want the volume to come up, and they just like that they will not make downward or upward stop, and there should be a purpose for it. So these are all the questions. So let me display the camera over that, or place the camera over that of the live market page. The PowerPoint presentation. The focus for today: Japanese session swing and slide moves. Then European session, a quick firming up move from that of the gap time and the early European session, higher level swings and then slide moves. US session drop, and that is late or late European session and gap time also they could initiate the drop, and early US session they could drop and then firm up towards close of the US session. And this is the first week of the year, so volatile moves will prevail. So don't have any position trading ideas. Try to do swing trades and try to capture the profits. Aim for either 30 pips to 70 pips, 80 pips like that, and participate in the market every session so that you don't uh, lose any trade, thereby it demoralizes you. So always when the profit is seen, you try to grab it and don't be victim of the greed or the panicness in this new year, and do some sensible trades, and people will give ideas. Like me, there are so many other analysts, they will try to give ideas, but develop your own ideas and try to trade rather than following somebody's idea and trying to blame them. That does not help you in trading or in your earning process. So I take this opportunity to thank everybody who have come here to listen to this Asian session live market analysis. Tomorrow again I'll come back and give the analysis for tomorrow. Meanwhile, I'll display it in the blog, the forecast, and also for the comments about the market. Wish you all very happy new year. Do some profitable trades. Thank you.